Hey. Okay. See if I can. There we go. So are we actually started? It never, on my screen, it actually doesn't show the broadcast as having started yet. So I'm working off of some weird. Okay, looks like we're still on air, I think. So let's see if I can actually make this work. I think that worked. We'll see. Anyway, for those of you, we are struggling through the regular gamut of technical difficulties. There we go. Now I can see the it's not looking so good this evening. So we're gonna just keep at it. Hopefully some of this is recording. There we go. We're back at it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm doing a little bit of pinning right now. So, and I've got to do it off camera because this is some stuff I'm working on. You can see that I'm going in and out. My picture's going in and out, but it's not too bad because there's really nothing to look at. So just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I needed to start the stream. Drill does not seem to be doing a very good job. Yeah, it's actually pretty terrible, but we're going to keep at it. Switch to night mode in YouTube. What that means. I don't know the YouTube streaming function, which is sad because considering the amount of feeds I do. Would you say that's sad? I would say that's pretty sad. All right, so let me show you guys what I'm not working on. Just all kinds of crazy lag right now. That page is just struggling to reload. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's just see. Working on this stuff. This is Takawashi, another set of Takawashi miniatures that I paid. I've been kind of picking up rather slowly, but surely. You might notice a little bit of a conversion there. That's on purpose. That our regulars watching kind of can see where I'm going with this, right? But that's not what I'm working on tonight. I had to do this guy again. What a mess was that? What a mess that was, I should say. So we got lots of buffering going on. Who knows? Who knows who's tuning in right now? Anyway, so we'll wait for that. Hopefully that will kick on. I don't know. This might be a doomed stream. It might be. It might be doomed. Oh wow, that's just chop, choppy, chop, chop. I gotta put this together. So here's what I'm working on tonight. I'm actually working on this mist model. And frankly, I don't really know how this goes on, how this mist model goes together. I don't know. I'm going to pull the camera in a little bit closer so we can see what's going on. So this is the mist model. I may have to restart that feed from scratch, but I think we might just be looking at a high lag evening, which would be a bit of a bummer. But so this is the staff somehow, and then it's going to insert itself back here, maybe. Yeah, probably there. There, yeah. Okay, so let's try it. All right. I don't know if I should try to pin this or not. One thing I can do right now is I can pin. Smell clippers. I can pin this teeny tiny little to Mist's foot. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Wow. The technical is just terrible tonight. Not really. It's a lot of going in and out, and not a whole lot of forward progress on stuff. So here's what I'm working on right there. And I need to put, I'm going to put a little rapid cure on that. Oh, Guild Ball. Hey, what's up, Lord Draconum? Glad somebody can actually get to this feed. It's been super, super choppy so far. Let's put that there. So I'm going to put some rapid set right there on the foot. And here's, because this model's standing on his tippy toe. So you can see that's the little, that's just the little pin for his foot. I don't know how, that's probably not going to be very stable. So I don't really know what to do about that. That's about as good as, that's just how this character is sculpted. Now I do know that they made another Mist sculpt, but that's not what we're working on tonight. Tonight we're working on the original Mist sculpt. Now my next question is, so I've got this little sliver of metal here. Can I pin it? And the answer, the short answer is no, I can't pin this. And that's a bit of a problem. So what I a half divot into it. Oh, it's not going to work. But I don't think that's going to work. Just getting stuff written for a shadow run. So even my smallest pin is not going to work here because this is literally just a flap of cloth. It's a separate piece on Mist. It's totally not going to work. All right. So I'm going to have to just do this kind of number. Now it's clear to me that this goes around the staff and this inserts in the back. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna drill a tiny hole here through the base. So we'll do that. Really wish my feed would stabilize. It doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. So we could be in for a longer evening here. Hey, what's up, David? So let's glue one of these flaps on. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to and that's going to go on the model like so. Is Ox pretty good in the game? They had no math. I find him to be very effective at what he does. Ox is essentially he's your beatdown maestro. So he's a so what Ox does is he kind of buffs the beat sticks around him, and that's my take on Ox as somebody who plays against Ox. Jay Bloodhang hops in the chat. He could explain Ox to you far better. Butcher's player, and actually he's our resident Butcher's pundit. David O'Connell's painting up some fish, which is awesome too. Okay, so I got that on. Now there's this other piece here, which I have no idea where this piece goes. The esque quality, otherwise he just doesn't have it. In some ways, I feel like I'm gluing kind of paper onto this model because they're really thin. I'm not entirely clear on where they go. So that I'm just going to put this piece right there and just give him, I'm going to give Mist a little bit of a 3D quality to him. Still getting some Facebook messages. All right. Shoot. Yeah, I should be able to. Essentially stick that there. I don't even know if it's going to stay. We're going to try, though. We're just going to stick. Let's see. Painting some fish. I painted him up last week with the starter. Oh, you're asking. I'm sorry. The captain. Is that about? I don't know. Shoot. Yeah, that's just not going to stay. I don't know. It would be nice if that sticks out like. I don't know. I'm not going to glue that on, frankly. Let's worry about it because no matter where I put it, if I don't know where it goes, it's not going to fit very well. All right, so instead, let me go ahead and glue him to the base. And then, yeah, you meant Boar. Boar is awesome. Boar is your, absolute glass cannon for the Butchers. He does crazy amounts of damage. He can only have one influence on him, but if you can keep him clear to where he's getting his free charges per turn and free attacks, he could end up getting like 4 attacks off of is fairly squishy. He's defense 2, no armor. So I like to get off a lot of plays on Boar, and a lot of other people do too. It's like, yeah, Boar is a problem to some regards, but he's also a solution to things like when you want specific plays to happen or something. Boar is going to be your prime target for stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. Oh, man. I have no idea if Mist is going to... I'm working on tonight. With that, I'm going to try to get Mark on the feed, and I am going to. So I'm going to try to get Mark on the feed. And let's take it from there. Mark. Because Mark wants to hop on the feed. If any of you guys want to hop on the feed, that's fine too. Let's just see if he. Let's see what Mark brings to the table. If he can actually survive the crazy amount of lag that I'm dealing with right now. Okay. So let that dry. So so some updates on stuff that I've been painting. Clan Kitsune's been done for over a week. I haven't sealed them. Haven't sealed them. So I've been falling behind on sealing stuff. So we'll take it from there. So here we go. Here is feed. And I'm just going to give this a moment to set before I prime it. And I need to clean my Yeah, boar is fantastic. So, I named tonight's episode Guild Balls of Fire. Kind of a pun. I know. Not a good one, but it's a pun. And the reason why I did that is because it's kind of reflective of what's been going on over the past month or so here in Southern California. So, and I suspect the same thing has been going on a lot of places around the world, and that is basically the rise of Guild Ball in the miniature gaming community. So, wow. Can you guys let me know if I'm just seeing lots and lots of chop on the YouTube side, and I'm worried that you guys may not be able to see anything. Anyway, I am going to give my airbrush here a nice little clear out before I attempt prime with it. Rather simple model. I'm going to do a lot of the base coating this way too. Local store has a few of the mascots in stock. Models in stock. Yes, it's a little slow, but I see some. Okay. Yeah, sorry, you guys. This is, I don't know what's going on with my feed. I did invite Mark on to talk a little bit. I don't know if he'll actually make it on given the amount of lag that we're seeing. Let's see. So let's try to prime this bad boy. Right? It's been a while since the feed is fairly pitchy here. It cuts in and out. Yeah, sorry, guys. I don't know. It's warm nights like this. It's kind of a warm night here in SoCal. Warm nights like this, and my goes to shit. And I'm not really sure what causes that. I wonder why this is, my quick connect is not behaving well. Could it be YouTube itself? All right. Nothing is working tonight. Let's see if I can actually get this to work. Nope. All right. So now I'm going to give this a white prime. So here we go. I'm going to make my mist look kind of like smoky, because I want him to match my alchemist more. Mark is still getting a lot of priming going on. Do I have anything else to prime? The primer just for this one model. I'm gonna get a little. Let's get a little liquid through the airbrush. While I swap out colors, I'm gonna see if I can help Mark with his. You know what's scary is I'm looking at the feed. That's scary, and I'm already done here. So now that I'm starting to prime on that feed. All right, let's see if we can help Mark get going. So I am gonna try this. All right. Let's see how that we can get going. In the meantime, I'm going to continue airbrushing this thing. So I need black gray or something like black gray on the Vallejo Model Air side, because I'm gonna do a little. Hopefully it'll make sense once I'm doing this. All right, so let's get the colors out that I need. I need black gray. I need no, it's wrong. stuff going on locally. I need white gray. Guild Ball really just sort of landed here locally. Last night, in fact, was the first night that it showed up in the hobby store. So it showed up in San Diego at Ease Games. Mark and I decided last night that we would head on down to Addie's Games. And then from there, we headed down to Addie's Games, and he can tell you a little bit more about it. But ultimately, it was kind of an awesome sight, you know, to see people so interested in the game, going. So that was really cool. It's pretty good. Pale gray blue, I want that. What else do I need? I need the actual. I need the airbrush white. I have. All right. Nope, still no mark, huh? That's a bummer. I have all kinds of just medium here, but it's the wrong. That's not what I want. I want white. I want the airbrush white from Vallejo. Vallejo white. Ugh. Getting lots of grays. No true white. Which is annoying because I know I have 2 bottles of it. So I'm not just missing 1 bottle of white, I'm actually missing 2 bottles of white. That's rather frustrating. But we'll get it fixed. Obligatory Guild Ball. What's up, Lord? And Lord Draconium has to do his obligatory weird emoji thing. There we go. Here's model, but it should be pretty rad. Let's see how. Yeah. So Mark, I don't know if he's trying to hop on or what, but we are just going to keep going. Let me know what you guys are seeing because, frankly, I don't know. It's really weird. Black gray here. Found my list of Guild Ball I was looking at. Nice. So this model is a really simple paint job, which is cool. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this black gray just to do the sword, really. And I may even do the, you know what? I'll do the base this color too. Because why not? Because why not? Okay. Alright, so all I have to do here, man, the fact that this model is standing on his tippy toes is going to be, so there we go there. And do this. So I'm going to have him on that color with a black gray colored base there. Of a weird blade. I'm seeing a white model at the moment. Do we have a Can you try inviting me through? Okay, so. White mark. Okay. Have Mark Andrew. I can invite Mark Wahlberg. Here, let me send him a message. Your G+ email. And I'm going to do this white gray. This should go pretty quick, guys. So again, I apologize. But we're gonna soldier through this. We are gonna persevere here. Okay, so let's get this color knocked out real quick. And then we'll continue. All right. So we're just gonna give a little point of light on the sword. And the base. All right. And let's put this in Conra.Mason. Okay. Okay. And let's invite. Okay. So tried inviting him that way. And let's get back to the painting. So you guys are talking about flip-flopping whether or not I add Union to my guild roster. I'm going to have a bunch of my other teams. Yeah, the general consensus, Cameron, is not to avoid adding guild until you have pretty much exhausted the options of what you can learn within your guild. So, and I agree with that. I mean, I've been playing. Granted, I'm playing Mason, so it's not a great idea to really play that many guild players in your Mason's guild anyway, because they're a synergy guild, and you don't want to give up too much of your synergy. So that said, I think the general consensus is try to learn all your individual guild players before you can determine, what you want to add to your team from a Union standpoint. All right. Blue for Vallejo Model Air. And so I'm just going to add some of that to the airbrush. This is going to form the undercoat of mist. Again, I'm kind of going for like light tones of blue, blues, grays. I really want him to look like a cloud of so if this paint job looks really, really basic, it's because I'm trying to keep it basic. Oh yeah, there will be many pure games I play with guilds. I'm just foreshadowing this. Yeah. I was told when I started playing Masons that I'm going to want to add this player in particular, Mist, to the lineup, and I'm going to want to drop Harmony. And, you know, me being stubborn, I had to play my way through to that conclusion. But that said, is an automatic thing. I totally understand why so many people do it, and I do it now. I drop Harmony a fair bit, but I don't prescribe that as like a You guys tell me if it I'm hoping that this connection stabilizes for a little bit. So you guys tell me if it is or not. Okay. So there you go. There's essentially what is the undercoat for this model. And let's just blast out the rest of it. There it goes. Just got kicked off again, and I'm back. Something is really weird. The reason I picked up the 3 starters is because they don't have boosters at the moment. Yeah. Okay, so next up, so there's that base coat. So next up, actually I have the airbrush pale gray blue. I just have to find it. I know I've got it. There we go. Pale blue gray. And I'm just going to thin it down. All right. But you can see there's not a whole lot to my color scheme here. I'm almost painting him like how I would a patina or a statue. Really, really weird. You know what I'm going to do, just to kind of conserve bandwidth? I'm going to turn off YouTube for a minute on my side, because that's how I'm reading the comments after I do this. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to do some specific